Welcome back. It's been a couple weeks, and this video log is for the weeks of 16 to 16 June and 13 June. I think this is episode 26. So, as we last left our heroes, Black World, for one. Yes, we finished the adventures on Earth 2 million, most to everybody's chagrin. And we bring our heroes back to Black World. And I hope we've covered the last of the Earth 2 million. It's been 2 weeks. But anyways, Black World's where our last week's gaming started with, and I'll go there. Actually, I don't think we finished that. So, Earth 2 million. Earth 2 million, our gang there was with the crew of the Diamond 8. And it was Christopher Lord, Christopher Ritz, Alex Prentice with Satana, Tessa, Clarice, Peter, David, and Calvin. Well, early in their time on Earth 2 million, they found out that their mission was to take Rachel Power, the Empress of the Pax Romana, and take her off this world to just get her out of this dimension, kidnap her and take her out of this dimension. And they worked out this plan where they used the science planet that Hephaestus runs, and getting in there, taking mentally control with their Sentinite powers of, because there is no powers in Earth 2 million except their Sentinite stuff. Taking control of these scientists and getting them to. They found out a room where dimensional travel looked possible, and had a big room with Roman numerals all around of like each different world, and this they had to bring her under this ball. And anyways, then they found a room which could open up like hyperspace canals or whatever, tunnels, and they can move these hyperspace tunnels to wherever they wanted. So they used it, and they moved these. They moved one from the ship to from this science world to Pax Romana surface, where the Empress was, and whatever she's doing is actually on TV. Not TV, but it's being televised by the whole population, and so they could see where she's at, and no delay, no mandatory delay, Janet Jackson. And so what they did was they lined up these two holes, and then zoom through, grab her, bring her back to the science world, and then quickly fight with her to get her to the dimensional portal. While they were doing that, I think Alex was working on getting her there. Chris was working on getting the team, the fellow crew from the ship, from Diamond 8 to the science world, and by bringing up another portal that would bring them through a hyperspace tunnel. So they're doing that at the same time. But then as soon as they get Rachel Power out of the world, they are immediately sent back to Black World, to their own bodies, and they wake up in their various scenarios in the Fantasia device, which they were working on. So back to these guys. We go to our heroes. We last left them starting day 2 of their stay on the asteroid at Black World. The Argonauts wake up. That's Alex, Hope, Batman, Monet, Charles, David, Tessa, and Mindy. Deep within their relationships, they're already. Their scenario is on a tropical island. They wake up on this tropical island, have breakfast together. They're all very close in couples. Down by a river in the canyon is Omega Dawn, and that would be Christopher Lord with Adriana, Isis, Megan, Zatanna, Calvin, Sam, Alec, Alan Scott, and Big Barda. This is Sam Guthrie. Cannonball Guthrie. Okay. And they wake up down by a river, which they were, whitewater rafting through the canyon, doing similar to the Titans setup from Tales of the Titans of long ago. Oh, good writing back then. Marv Wolfman. And they get together, wake up, and have some sort of breakfast together. Christopher Lord is happy. He's kind of waking up close to Megan, and seems like Calvin and Zatanna are close. But anyways, they get up, have some food. Also, their dog Tiberius is there. Christopher Lord's dog there. And they eat breakfast. Also, the team stars. They're at a Disney World scenario where they fell asleep at Hotel Princess Castle thing. And this is the team stars led by Christopher Ritz, and with Kamala, Clarice, Mary, Wally, Sam Alexander, Peter Parker, Barry, not Barry, and Gwen Stacy. And they're having breakfast downstairs at this place, lavish meal. By the time they finish that, we also pick up with another scenario of Max Eisenhardt's team with Joel, Forge, Cassie Xavier, Peter Petrelli, Claire Bennett, and Celine Gulia, I think. I didn't know how I wrote it. Galia. But anyways, Max Eisenhardt pushes the scenarios to end after breakfast. So after that group also gets done with breakfast, he arranges that all the scenarios end and everybody will meet in the Tropicana at this Luna device that's on this asteroid, floating in the void of space. And as they gather all together, I mean, we're talking all those teams, 4 teams. Max also has pregnant girlfriend, Magda, their fiance. They all meet in the Tropicana, which is part of my Luna device thing, because Luna device has several sections, and the Tropicana is like a tropical gardens sort of thing, very humid and stuff, but waterfalls, and this is where several tables set up on tiers where people can sit and have their food and feel like they've been in an outdoor environment without going into the Fantasia device for that, an actual living area, living plants and everything. So when they get in there, Max reveals his plans that, hey, I don't want to do anything bad to you guys. I'm just trying to get along here. And tell you, my plans for world domination have ended with new things coming up. So no world domination. Sorry, guys. I know, Christopher Lord wanted to oppose me, but never got to happen. So actually, it was more Joel Hastings on his team. Might be going by Joel Lord. We don't know yet. So, it's a big discussion. Groups break out, talk about powers. The weird thing is, like Peter Petrelli, Calvin, Rankin, Hope, Spalding, all have the powers to mimic other people's powers, and it's getting really confusing seeing all that stuff. And David Alanine is also receiving everybody's memories, and because he knows everything of everybody in the room, further causing more confusion. A lot of people start trying to break up. And I wanted the scenario for the first day to at least get these teams to somewhat get to know each other. Because I knew once they were all four combined, everybody's going to break up. And it's going to be very hard to... The leaders are going to have to try to control their teams to do anything together, which is the opposite of the reason they're here. They're supposed to learn how to become the family / friends a team needs to be on a vacation sort of standard, that you're not going to get when you're back on your planet, because you're going to go from mission to mission to mission, mission to mission to mission, and have a hand that goes off screen. You guys can't see it, so not very useful. But so that ploy for me to get them all together is a big deal, and now they're seeing the difference, and I'm having the gamers game multiple characters. It's going to be really difficult. Joel's got 5 characters to play, 2 Joels, and 3 other NPCs. And the other guys have their main characters, and 2 other NPCs, Alex and Chris, have these. And so it's, we'll see what happens. They got to now play a day where they're all intertwined. These, what is it? 8 times 4, 24, some people on a space station. And everybody's going to go, individual goals, friends, family, forget that, and maybe some couples will break off, but, we'll see how it goes. Anyways, so that's what happened. Black World, 2 million, Black World, and we go to Clefland, day 2, roughly sometime in the afternoon. I'm going to read a lot of this because I was taking notes of what was happening. I'm going to read it from my Clefland document that will someday be in my wiki that I get to build if I ever get there. Having problems converting stuff, and I don't want to have to pay money for stuff. So, WinZip. Anyways, so we go down here. I don't know if we've covered it before, so we're going to cover it again. In Clefland, the city of Daniel and Dasha. Did I go over this already, guys? Remind me. Comment below. And follow the very forgetful leader. Anyways. Daniel and Dasha went inside the theater of war to... because a tiger was being attacked there, and they helped this tiger to escape. The Commodore Hal gives basically the lion, tiger, and bear to them. They take the tiger and get it healed on the autodock on Rob, and Daniel, getting a communication from Seth. This is Daniel Ritz. Teleports to Avatalos to join a team that is going to rescue Mika Reese from the Shadow Citadel. And we'll get on to that. Other notable things in the Barony. R2, now that the Baron and his son Kyle, and R2 are in Camelot. First plan is for the Baron is to have R2 meet with Ewan Roberts, who's the local aqueduct fixer, to fix the aqueduct, because most of Camelot doesn't have water. I know this is maybe not great adventure for you guys, but there's important things that will further the development of the city over future adventures. And his Baron's ship, Looking Glass, arrives in Camelot with Captain Coral Moore and her brother Triton and Lady Morgana Pendragon are here, and they go about quickly meeting with the librarian in the building. They're Morgana's looking for ways maybe to save the people of Avalon who have been turned to stone, and Coral and Triton's there to try to find out more information about stuff that's going on. But meanwhile, there also is Kyle and Heather Moore. They're trying to find out more information about the castle, and not to mention the armor of Cale Courtwright's armor, and it's a very powerful weapon. Nobody's wearing it at this time. So his Baron's ship, Looking Glass, came from Marrakesh. So we had a little bit of gaming there where the family had greeted Triton and Morgana, and Triton's alive again. But he doesn't have all the stuff from City of Heroes where he came from. He spent years and years, 50 levels, and had gained all sorts of powers in there. He lost all that stuff with his old body being killed by the dragon Zool. So now he's in a new cloned body. So we scroll down and we look further on to Avdalos. Yeah, in the March. And the Marquis Dragon is still trying to control him. Forces Awazu and Rachel to leave and head to Mifflin, which I might have covered already. Okay, then Ryan Corso, the scion of the Dukes, formulates a plan to go into the underworld and to save Mika. And, after Seth, his brother, recruits Daniel back, they also recruit others. Seth and Jim Lord also recruit Lily Kent and May Riley. And Lily Kent also brings a facsimile that she can create things that that is drawn or have stories about. So she creates this unicorn that is walking around with her. And May Riley's there, and she's got this bone control power. Pretty deadly chick. Anyways, elaborate about trying to get them. The Marquis, using his telescopic vision and being able to teleport to wherever he sees, distance from between here and there, zero sort of thing. And his X-ray vision, you could say also. It's from Martian vision or something. He takes the whole team into the underworld. I don't want to use Underdark. This is the underworld. Even though there's similarities, I'm just trying to, I built this stuff, 25 years ago, or 30 or more, back in high school. These worlds, and I just don't want to use the same names as TSR or whatever. But Wizards of the Coast, I don't know. Anyways, so the team is in the Underdark, beyond the borders, and Ryan and Seth lead the team. And this is the whole rescue group, okay? To go rescue Mika Reese. It's Daniel Ritz, Jim Lord, Anders Prentice, the time traveler power guy, Elf, Gladius Olympia, Matt Jones the Heft, Martian, Owen Reese, Mika's dad. So the only first gen that's really going on this trip. May Riley and Lily Kent. They arrive in the Foss Caverns, and I call it that because I want to identify as different. And down there, they stave off an attack from the Behemoth, a race of people down below that have psychic powers. They live underground. And they were going to try to attack the group because this is their world, the underworld. We live down here. But Gladius's earth control powers closes. He sends the earth they're surrounded by earth down there. Sends it and basically covers over most of the water which they would use to get out. Yet the behemoths follow them along, so he's constantly doing this for a mile of underworld cavern that they go through. And then they get to a point of Ryan tells Owen, hey, just turn some of this water because it's fresh water there underground, turn it to salt water. And turning into salt water, these things not used to that sort of environment, they flee. And so we get away from the behemoth's little power. But walking around in the Underdark, they have these IR vision goggles that help them to see. Thing is, things with no heat, they got various degrees of that. And they don't know that when they're walking along, May and Seth up in the front, because Seth's got the sword that kind of looks like a map. They bump into a horde of zombies. They don't see these guys because there's no heat coming from them. But they hear them and making all this, Walking Dead sort of sounds. But these guys totally, with their power and their training, defeat them, right? So they just go into destroying them, bursting. Mostly they use first gens. Owen Reese, he just turns them into air, dust or whatever. Just poof, poof. Kind of they over simplify it, but the adventure's built there, whether it's to the level of the people taking it on, but they do take some on some of the zombies on hand to hand to get a little bit of practice. Realizing that there's a group of Dren that are coming nearby, and also that it's taking a long time because Matt Jones can sense the psychic trace of other people that he knows. And he senses Mika's psychic trace going on and off. Like, is this girl going to die? We need to freaking hurry. So they don't need to just freaking walk there. Lead me straight there, Dad says, Owen says. And he starts changing the molecules of the earth here to air in small pockets so that they start moving into the ground. And then Gladius starts to close it. This is driving Daniel Ritz, a light elemental, if you will, crazy, because he doesn't like darkness, but he's trying to come over this to help these guys out because light would be useful at any time. And because it was light that also helped them know that the zombies were what they were dealing with, because they couldn't see what things that were trying to grab a hold of them and eat them in the dark. So they go through the earth, and then about halfway through this earth, going towards the Shadow Citadel, they run into these, I call them roly-polies or whatever, little earth elementals that live in the ground, little boulder people, and they come up to attack, but they're just little tiny things. Yeah, they can crush a human's leg or something, but these guys were just like way outpowering them. Matt uses mind control and trying to tell these guys, hey, chill out. Also, Gladius being an earth elemental, can control other earthly creatures and sends them, hey, please chill out. But you guys are destroying our land. So they formulate a plan for Gladius and Anders to go through the earth plane, which is full of dirt, if you will, through the earth plane, and come out closer to the shadow realm, where the shadow fortress is, and come out there, and then he will teleport everybody to him via his time spot ability, bringing them as Time Lords. He gave Time Lord to, I forget who, I think it was Ryan, and brought them to. So he gets on the other side. Gladys has got to make this platform because they've realized we're over a chasm and it's completely dark. Their IR glasses aren't really working here. Seeing very far. And they all get to the other side, but now they're stuck in this deep, dark vein of depth and darkness. I mean, like magical darkness. Like they can't see crap. So, and it's going to get worse for that. But they know because Matt can sense Mika. They know that she's nearby and that they're closer than ever. So, who knows if they will be able to save her, or will they die themselves? I'd hate to see this whole group get wiped out. Will there be war in the shadow people? The shadow mages. You came in our home? Well, you captured our girl. No, they didn't. They kind of like found her. And they're not nice people, so yeah, they would take advantage of that. Anyways, so that's where we go. That's this last 2 weeks. Hey, if you like my comment, leave a hit like, and maybe leave a comment below. I ask questions, and hopefully I'll get to answer them. How many minutes are we in to this? 26 minutes. So I think it's probably long enough. I was going to go over some particulars if I ran out of time. But if I didn't run out of time, if I had more time left. But I got pretty much where we needed to be. So, hey, follow. Advise your friends to follow me and listen to this once a week as I try to keep up with our video log of everything that's going on. Peace.